Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde. Today, breaking down the most shocking topic of the Chicago Bears so far through 3 games in their 2-1 season so far, entering week 4 against the New York Giants, is that the Bears have the number 10 offensive line in the NFL. Yes, they are breaking the top 10. They might be the last number of 1 through 10, but guess what? They're breaking it because that's pretty darn exciting being a Bears fan, especially after some of the horrible offensive lines we had over the last couple of seasons. So just want to put it out there that the Bears offensive line has been extremely impressive through the first 3 games of the season. Teven Jenkins, Larry Borom, Cody Whitehair, Braxton Jones, Sam Mustipher, and rotation man Lucas Patrick are turning out to be one pretty darn good offensive line through 3 games. And it's not like they haven't been put up against a challenge either through 3 games. Their first 2 games dealt with the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. The Houston Texans weren't easy on the Chicago Bears by any means, but overall, this offensive line is impressing and making a lot of opportunities for our running back group and also Justin Fields for him to take advantage when he is able to. There have been, obviously, a lot of people have mixed feelings about how Justin Fields' career or second year has started with Luke Getsy, but stay tuned, folks. The offensive line is doing their job, and Just Fields has to get a little bit more out there and fix a few more things, but he will be great. Do not worry about that. Also, a big thank you to the Chicago Bears offensive line coach, Chris Morgan, who has done a fantastic job with this unit, bringing them to new heights. You know, a lot of the same guys, finding the best position for them, moving guys around from positions that they've never been in before, or from their original position to positions they've never been in before, and doing a pretty darn good job. So just to kind of start things off today, because the Bears are so darn impressive through 3 games, is that we're starting off with the new guy of the Chicago Bears. Lucas Patrick is the 10th best blocking guard through 3 games in the NFL. He has according to ESPN stats, a 78% run block winning percentage. That is very impressive for a guy who is constantly rotating in at right guard with Teven Jenkins, but he is doing his job and he's taking on that veteran presence of this offensive line and doing a very strong job for the Chicago Bears. Again, he is on a 2-year contract with the Chicago Bears from the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers himself even said great things about Lucas Patrick. He was upset that the Bears were taking him and that the Green Bay Packers were not trying to re-sign him, but Lucas Patrick's with the Chicago Bears and doing a great job through 3 games. Again, 78% win rate percentage, according to ESPN. Even with that bad hand, he is starting to be able to snap the ball, so stay tuned for that if Sam Mustipher begins to struggle, which I know on Instagram, a lot of you guys, and Twitter, a lot of you guys were like, there is no way Sam Mustipher's stat is true. I'm getting there in a little bit. Stay tuned for that. You are going to be shocked by how well actually Sam Mustafer is doing. There have been plays, but all these guys have struggled so far this season. But Sam Mustafer is doing a lot better than you guys thought. Lucas Patrick, though, 10th ranked guard amongst run blocking win percentage. So hats off to him. Let's go to pass blocking. And I'm going to start off with the rookie Braxton Jones, 5th-round pick this past year. A lot of people were loving this pick, and I loved it too. A very big sleeper in the 5th round. Braxton Jones took that starting left tackle job right out of the gate. A lot of people were saying, oh, Teven Jenkins, what are they going to do with him? Where are they going to move him to? I thought Larry Borom's going to be left tackle. But everyone's like, oh, what are we doing with the rookie out there? Well, this is why the rookie's out there, because he's the 6th-ranked pass blocking tackle in the NFL with a 95% win rate. Ryan Poles clearly knows his stuff when it comes to the offensive line, considering he was an offensive lineman himself, and I will never question his decision-making in regards to that department. But what a steal that Braxton Jones is becoming. If you watch him on film, he's doing a fantastic job with the pass blocking. He's doing great with the run blocking too. Unfortunately, on his 2nd career snap, he gave up a sack to Nick Bosa. But really, since then, Braxton Jones has been very reliable, very consistent with Justin Fields and building himself in pretty much up to speed in the NFL. He is looking great so far. So hats off to the rookie and hats off to Ryan Poles for bringing him into this organization and choosing him to be the new blindside guy for Justin Fields. Let's go to Cody Whitehair, the oldest Bears tenured starting lineman on the offensive line. Whitehair is doing a fantastic job. He is ranked 5th amongst guards in pass blocking through 3 games. So Lucas Patrick is ranked 10th Cody Whitehair comes in at 5. What a job that he is doing so far. Pass blocking through 3 games has been absolutely fantastic. At least from the interior, Justin Fields definitely has not been feeling a lot of pressure up the middle, at least from his guards, from the tackles a little bit. Larry Borom is just floating in that top 20 section. So, Larry Borom's doing a great job. Quick shout out to him. But Cody Whitehair is doing a fantastic job, especially being the veteran, the captain of the offensive line. He is really impressing. He's been a great pickup ever since the Chicago Bears got him. And he's very versatile because he can play center and guard. But he is doing a fantastic job making time for Justin Fields to make plays and just needing Fields to execute on those plays. So, which he is doing slowly but surely. I know it's hard to see, but Justin Fields is improving game by game. But thanks to guys like Cody Whitehair protecting him, you can't complain when you have the number 5 guy who his, win percentage is 98%. That is just crazy to me. But in the second half of last year, Cody Whitehair also was the 3rd ranked interior offensive guard in the NFL in the second half of the season. He did make the top 3 guard on the second half. So, very reliable guy. Always want that on your team, and very excited to say that. Now let's go to the guy that a lot of people are not upset about. I think upset's the wrong word, but people aren't believing this stat, which I agree. He did get blown up against the Green Bay Packers, straight up put on his back. But Sam Mustafer, all things considered, is the number 1 pass blocking center through 3 games. And his win percentage is 100%. I don't know how it's 100%. I don't know how ESPN is exactly calculating this stat. But all things considered, I think Mustafer, and I was harsh on him this past offseason. I was disappointed with how he played last year, but offensive line coach Chris Morgan has done a great job bringing him to his ability. I think Mustafer has been doing a good job filling in, especially for Lucas Patrick, who was the number 3 run blocking center in the NFL last year for the Green Bay Packers. Sam Mustafer is doing a pretty darn good job. He's doing his job. Obviously, there is that one replay where Sam Mustafer absolutely got destroyed, and I got to call him out on that, as unfortunate as it is. But stats don't lie. 100% win rate percentage according to ESPN, and also I think you guys have to consider he is doing a pretty good job. And put your comments below. I think he's doing a fine job. He's definitely better than last year. He's getting used to this offensive, playbook, especially from a blocking perspective. But Chris Morgan is getting these guys better every single week. No doubt about that. So before I go into my last overall thoughts of this video, I just want to quickly hit on and invite all of you to just another year's first ever viewing party during week 5, Minnesota Vikings versus the Chicago Bears. We are very excited about this upcoming event. It's going to be fantastic. It'll be at Murphy's Bleachers in Wrigleyville. Where else do you want it? Free beer while supplies last, so get there early because I guarantee you when people hear free beer, they're going to come running for it. So you're going to want to walk to the back left bar by the garage door. Make sure that you say you're with Just Another Year Chicago. Try to find me and watch the game. Before the game, we're going to be doing trivia. Doors open at 11. We'll be doing trivia, giving out some of our first ever t-shirts. You got to get all the answers correct, though. Tony's going to help me lead that along with our co-host, Nick Barr. But we definitely want to see you there, so please make sure you guys come out. The Facebook invite event will be in the description. Want you guys to see that for sure, but very excited to see all you there. I think so far we have like 75 people coming, so excited to see you all. Can't wait to see you there. But let's go into my last overall thoughts of the Chicago Bears offensive line. Is again, there's still room for improvement. There's no doubt about that. I want to tip my hat real quick to Chris Morgan, new offensive line coach that Ryan Poles brought in with Matt Eberflus. Working with Poles, Poles working with him, vice versa, no matter how you want to look at it, that, they determined the best offensive line for this team. And they've been doing a really great job so far, comparably to last year. Again, being a number 10 offensive line is pretty darn good, in my opinion. You can noticeably see that Justin Fields has more time and has much better holes for the running backs and Justin Fields. They are creating time for him. It's just, things are happening. This is still part of the process. Still learn, Josh Allen didn't become Josh Allen overnight. It took him 2 years to become Josh Allen that he is today. But also, our running backs are doing a fantastic job. Back-to-back games with a rusher with over 100 yards rushing, Khalil Herbert and David Montgomery. Both of them. And Tristan Ebner is doing a great job too. Overall, this offensive line is doing a fantastic job. Tip of the hat to Chris Morgan. just want to put this out there is that an area of improvement is that the Bears continuously need to work on that pass blocking. Clearly, Justin Fields needs as much time as possible. But also, they have given up 10 sacks through 3 games. I wouldn't put it all on them because Fields sometimes broke down in his own pocket. I mean, the offensive line has given him 4 to 5 seconds to get rid of the ball, which in NFL terms, that is a super long time if you didn't know that. But, 10 sacks, I can't blame them all on, Justin Fields trying to get outside or anything like that. I can't blame it all on the offensive line. But, stats are stats. You point the finger at who the stats go to. I think that the offensive line has a little bit of room of improvement that they could make. But overall, again, they're doing a fantastic job. And I hope that you guys see that too. And I'm sorry that we don't have any big stats up for you guys or big highlights in this video. We will be returning with those as time goes on. We are getting used to StreamYard. As you can see, I left the Sam Mustipher thing up for like 2 minutes. So I apologize about that. But overall, we are bringing highlights. Make sure that you go and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We are posting all highlights from games that we are legally able to take. So for you guys to see and calling out those special plays. But with that, thank you very much for joining this solo episode of Just Another Year Chicago. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all of our videos. But with that, thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rody, and we'll see you guys next time.